Oh, we don't need that
Oh, there we go.
because
Oh
we
my
have
gosh.
this now.
Oh my
You
gosh.
just cut out one of our games.
I thought
What happened?
I thought it was helpful. I put beds in as decor. So
I
that we
honestly
don't...
didn't notice until just now. I've been out here for like 10 minutes.
Red and white, red and white, red and white.
Those aren't your colors.
No, they're not. Black and yellow, black and
Copyright.
copyright.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the Castworks podcast. Yes, I'm recording. Sorry, I just hit it while we were doing things.
Okay.
Okay, all good. Thank you all for watching, and today we are joined by IYG Melissa.
Yay.
Yay! Woot woot.
Woot woot. Indeed.
I caught the first fish.
Yeah.
Good job.
I don't know why, but I'm just now noticing the bottoms of everyone's feet on their skins.
Oh.
It's funny to see who does like the outer layer all the way down and who doesn't.
I didn't make my skin, so I don't even know.
Oh, well. I'm weird for looking at that kind of detail in that particular area. Good start. Okay.
Great.
Where are we
Great.
going?
Now that we've talked about feet,
Already, yeah. This is a great start. We're off to a great start. This is like setting the tone for the rest of the day.
I feel like it's only gonna get weirder, but
I'm sure it is.
Prepared for it to be. Hey, I got string. Okay, Melissa, let's have you introduce yourself. How would people recognize your channel? What do you think you're known for? You go.
okay. Well, obviously, it's your girl Melissa here. And my channel, I think, would be known best by my single player series. That's really kind of what blew up for me, was my single player series. But other than that, at this point in time, I feel like I am a crafter at this point, because that's been most of my content as of late. So that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know why people like me.
Same.
You can tell me.
Well, I found your videos through your single player content, and I remember enjoying them because of the chill vibes that you were giving off back in those episodes. Not that you don't do that now, obviously, but
Yeah,
but
I just gotten better at editing and stuff. I just didn't really know how to edit at all. So I
love
feel
it
like as
when-
I've
Sorry. Nope. Go.
Oh
go,
no,
go,
I
go,
feel
go.
like as I've like, progressed as a content creator, I've learned how to make appropriate cuts and learn how to make time lapses and cool music and stuff.
I love it when channels start off and all their fans are like, "You're so chill," and then their reason for doing that is like, "I didn't know how to edit yet."
Literally though, literally.
Because I had to take the opposite route, but it's so funny when it starts off that way.
That's pretty much what it was. I was just a babe in the woods.
I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
That's great then. Well, what got you started in Minecraft? How did you discover the game? What kept you playing? We want to know.
Oh man. Okay. I've been playing Minecraft since 2012. So I got into the game. It's such a funny story, and I hope Notch doesn't come after me because I'm sorry. I was young and impressionable and I didn't know what I was doing. But the guy that I was seeing at the time in college actually introduced me to Minecraft. He was like, "Hey, like, I think you'll like this game." At the time, I was playing things like Amnesia, okay?
Oh.
And he was like, "Yo, I think you'll like this game. It's like open world. It's, you can make whatever you want. Like, the game is how you make it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That sounds pretty neat." And so he downloaded a cracked version onto my laptop. Okay.
that's how I started too. Understandable.
Sorry in advance. Sorry.
We do not condone pirating, but okay.
No, we do not. We do not. Absolutely not.
Wasn't it like $5 at the time? Why did he?
Listen, I don't know. He was like, I got you. We don't have to pay for it. Here's this cracked version. I'm like, oh, okay. And it literally was called like like on my desktop, it said Minecraft cracked. And I was like, okay. So I started playing then, and back then it was like, there were like 3 mobs, and it was super flat. There was like no landscape. There were like 4 biomes, and the ocean was fully gravel. There's nothing to it. But I really found myself enjoying just like walking around and, doing things and mining down and whatnot. And from then on, it's just kind of always been a part of my life. It's always been that game that I can lean on. Granted, I would take breaks in between, just like, I would go a couple years without playing, and then suddenly that itch happens and I'll start playing again. It's just always been there for me, and it's a great escape from the struggles of reality. I recently started uploading 3-ish years ago.
Fact checking.
I don't remember.
I'm looking.
Things are wild because it was like, I want to say it was about 3 years ago.
I'm looking up your channel. I'll verify.
Okay.
The truth
We're
is
not
buffering.
spewing. Yes. I don't remember a lot of things, so.
Same. I feel that.
I'm just mad because my channel birthday is skewed because I
Same.
used it for animations before I used it for Minecraft. So
Yeah.
it's not accurate.
I know my channel is super duper old, but when I started uploading videos was probably about 3 years ago.
Let's see. Medieval Minecraft 3 years ago. Yep.
What's up? I
And
was
your-
Gosh,
right.
you're old,
First-
Melissa.
I know.
Your first thumbnail is of a snake?
Yes. a danger noodle in
A
particular.
danger noodle.
Well, it's non-venomous, I can tell, because it's red on black. So we're fine. It's just a king coral.
Yeah. I was like, it's a danger noodle. Yeah, I was super into modded. I really liked watching modded Minecraft playthroughs and stuff like that. But the whole reason why I started uploading was really just because. And then in the middle of that medieval Minecraft series, I ended up getting pregnant. And I told myself, I was like, I'm not going to let this stop me from uploading and this and that, but it definitely stopped me from uploading. I was exhausted all the time and I just could not. So about 4 months after my boy was born, I was really struggling with PPD and identity crisis and stuff that new moms go through.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of like a way that I could still like be myself, get in touch with like who I am and what I like and not just be mom all the time. And I was like, I should start uploading again while he's napping. And so that's kind of what I did. So I feel like my channel kind of saved me from my PPD, postpartum depression, if anybody doesn't know what that means. Yeah, and I just kept going with it, and this has really helped me keep my sense of identity and who I am.
And I will say I was like nodding around and mm-hing like I had personal experience with PPD. I don't, but I have 2 older sisters who are either going through it or have gone through it. So I've seen it happen. And
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
It's so important to have like a hobby or something else to turn to have, that sense of identity, like you said.
Yeah, it's wild what hormones can do to you, and then
Absolutely.
just a whole life change.
Isn't that right, Lane?
Yeah. You
He's
guys
like,
can obviously
"My
see
voice
why I'm
got-
quiet right now.
My voice got deeper.
Oh,
Truly. But yeah, so that's my story.
That's so cool. I love hearing everybody's different takes on things. It's the same game and it's pretty much the same story. It's just like I did it for fun. I don't really know anyone who is like, I had to start posting Minecraft videos for whatever reason.
Right,
It's always
right.
just for fun. And I think that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Well, if it's not fun, like, why would you want to do it, you know? Life's too short to do things that aren't fun.
Izzy, help me save him.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at another question.
Save him.
See, we don't need the bed game. We
saved
still
him.
have Squid Patrol. Nice. All right.
Aw, you guys made me ink.
And he has a friend. Stop it.
Oh,
If your friend
nice.
beaches himself, don't follow him.
Life lessons with Izzy.
truly.
Squid lessons. Well, I always forget to ask this one, so let's go ahead and ask it early on. Melissa, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that complicated of an answer, but how did you come up with your name?
Oh, yeah. Well, my name is Melissa. I've never been one to hide my identity from the internet. I don't really care. There's a lot of, really popular YouTubers out there that, their real names and, Markiplier's name is Mark. So it's like, I don't really care too much. And when I was trying to come up with like intro ideas, all I could think of it was, "Hey y'all, it's your girl." And so I was like, okay, that's my name.
We'll go with the typical millennial response, Yeah.
Yeah. And like initially my whole name was spelled out. It's your girl, Melissa.
Oh.
But I just shortened it to IYG Melissa. And I love that Cap, like, initially pronounced it egg. Egg Melissa. I love that.
Spelled it phonetically.
But, yeah, I think that's funny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's nothing special, really.
I think
I
that's
feel that
special.
with Lane being my actual name and me using that in mine. Again, like, I've never cared if people knew my name. Now, obviously, don't go around shouting my first name or my last name or anything, but
What?
Lane is my name. I mean, my middle name, but it's my name, and I mean, I am who I am, so I'm cool with that being out there.
Yeah.
I actually never went by Izzy until I started using it for my channel. And now I introduce myself to people as Izzy. Like all my classmates now call me Izzy instead of my full name, which is what I'm used to.
Oh, that's so kind of weird.
I know. I actually
Yeah.
used to hate it when people called me Izzy.
Well, now you love it.
Yeah. I think it's cool that the people who call me Izzy are the ones who probably know me best because they know this part of me.
Right, yeah. That's cool.
Except most people call me Issa, which is fine. Or Izza.
Yeah.
There are so many people.
Izza.
Like pretty much every person who reads my name just calls me Izza.
Yeah.
Izza?
Yeah. It's like
Izza,
you're
Izza,
so
Izza.
close, but okay.
Even after
banana
they've
for
heard
pizza.
me or Izzy or K-Hug or Curtis or anybody else run around there yelling Izzy.
I know. Or they just call me by my full name too. It's like at that point, just call me Box.
Right.
They call me
Box.
Box.
Right now, we're on
Is
a
it
last name
Box?
basis. You
Yeah.
lost the privilege of calling me Izzy. I don't care that much. I joke about it, but I do not care. I have an identical twin. I've literally been born with an identity crisis. I do not care.
Fair enough.
Well, Melissa, you've been doing this for a few years, not too long. None of us are at etho level quite yet. But tell us about your journey of finding your editing style and your building style and just like your content creation style in general.
That's really tough because, like, part of me wants to say that I have no style.
You do.
Like, I just kind of do whatever comes to mind. Like, oh, would
That's
this
what
be
I
an
do.
okay cut? Okay, great.
That's what I do.
Did you have any,
You know?
Did you have any like other content creators that you looked up to or who inspired you?
Inspire.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting right here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord. Yes, I've been watching Lane for
3
10
years, and
years.
he's
Yes.
only been here for 2.
Yeah. That's
Not even yet.
Well, so it's crazy to me that nobody has answered. I haven't seen cubes yet, but it's crazy to me that nobody has mentioned this creator yet. I watched a ton of Captain Sparkles.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
A ton of Captain Sparkles and his Mayanite series. Oh, in love. I loved his Mayanite series. So that's kind of what got me into modded was his Mayanite series. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Like all these things that they can go do, all these things that you couldn't do in normal Minecraft. And so I watched a lot of him, and then I really like Mythical Sausage. And I'm so blanking right now. Give me a second. Oh my gosh.
Fun thing about the podcast is everyone's like full recording brain. So answering any questions just like not going to be accurate at all. I feel like we need to do a podcast just to like actually clearly answer any questions. I so want to redo my interview because of that.
And you know, the thing is, we put everybody else on the spot with these 2-hour interviews. Me and you just had an hour each.
I know. And neither of us really knew what we were going to ask each other.
I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Oh
It's all good.
It's like, yeah,
Fake
I watched
fan,
a lot
fake
of
fan.
him. I know, fake fan for real.
Can you describe him at all?
He plays a lot of
He plays a lot of Minecraft.
I know. I was hoping.
He does. He's a Minecraft creator. I have watched Mumbo Jumbo simply because I'm really dumb when it comes to redstone. So watching him be smart is incredible to me.
I just love his editing style.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, I watched a lot of Python for sure.
Ah.
You know what? I think I was thinking of Mythical Sausage twice.
Viewers, this is what we get on a day-to-day basis from her, okay?
Straight up, I think I was thinking of him twice.
Are we sure?
I don't know.
Okay, if you think about it later,
Anyways. Yeah,
Like,
it'll pop up maybe.
in like 2 weeks' time when we post the podcast, just put it in the comments. I'm on
this.
I'm on the edge
Yeah.
of my seat here. I really want to know
Bruh.
this mystery YouTuber.
I will say Captain Sparkles is an interesting shout because didn't he start out as a variety gamer?
I'm pretty sure he started out as like Call of Duty or whatever.
Of course. Every Minecrafter starts out with Call of Duty. I didn't, personally. But,
I didn't YouTube-wise, but gaming-wise, yeah.
yeah.
I'm just not a well, okay, unless it's Halo, okay. I'm not a first-person shooter.
I'm not a first-person shooter gamer. Mentions the like most famous first-person shooter.
Halo's got a special place in my heart. It's I remember going over to my neighbor's house and playing Halo with him on his Xbox, and I'm still really good at getting those grenade kills, okay? I'm really good with grenades.
I've just never cared for Halo.
That's a shame.
I've always been a Call of Duty and a Battlefield guy. Halo was never my thing.
That is an absolute shame.
I like Splatoon.
Splatoon
Yeah,
is
that's a
good.
very Izzy answer.
It is. It's colorful and they squeak.
We got off topic, huh?
No, not really.
No,
No more
that's what
so.
happens here.
No more so than
Okay.
usual.
Okay, I was
That's
like, did
okay.
I answer the question?
Just wait until we get to the grilled cheese question. We go places with that one. That one's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How would you describe your building style, Melissa?
Okay. Well, my building style has definitely changed a lot. And my favorite thing to do is experiment. You know, like a lot of people say, you're not going to get better unless you push boundaries and try something new. Like if it makes you uncomfortable, you should probably give it a go, because that's how you grow from experiences and stuff like that. So initially I was very comfortable with medieval builds, your classic cobblestone basement, spruce, oak, dark oak, like basic medieval builds.
She's
good
calling
at
me
it.
out right now.
I was good at it. I was
Classic.
like, okay, yeah, classic. I was like, okay. And so I kind of wanted to switch it up because I was tired of using the same colors over and so I kind of challenged myself in my single player series to use the pink wood, which intimidated me so much because I've never been a pink kind of person,
Same.
like at all. So it really was making my brain work on like what even looks good with pink.
Other than
You
black
know?
and white.
Right.
No
yeah.
offense, Lynn.
And-
Your build is gorgeous, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like his build because it's like pastel goth. You know what I mean? So good.
Yeah.
Very e-girl.
So good. Yes, so good.
Well, you know, I am the girl
His build
boss.
says
He is the girl
Ooh-woo.
boss.
Oh gosh,
My build does not, in fact, say that.
it's kawaii.
Kawaii. It would wear kitty headphones for sure. Pink kitty headphones.
Absolutely. Very Hello Kitty.
Not my builds, no.
But yeah, so in my single player series, I definitely tried to use different colors. I was practicing with gradients.
Mm.
I did a whole village transformation using the cherry wood, crimson, and warped, which actually looked
wow.
really sick. But yeah, I started working with a lot of different colors, and then in this season, I was like, I feel like I need to be more bold. And so that's kind of what I've been going for, is more like in your face kind of builds, like the starter base and stuff like that, with the super tall shaped caravan roof and stuff like that. That was a totally different roof shape than I've ever done before. And I've never really built a wheel before. So I was like, okay, we're working. And so like I feel like my building style is just always going to be changing, because I'm always going to be playing with something new. And one thing that I've been really liking playing with this season is the semi-organics of my tent.
Yeah.
Because it's super interesting, because it's supposed to look structured, but also supposed to look like fabric, that it's flowing on top of the structured bits. So it's like a weird combination of both. I feel like that's a really good way to like introduce organics for me, because I think next season I'm going to be working with more organics.
Ooh.
I can't wait to see that.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a process for sure.
okay. Well, what build that you've done at all in your, Minecraft history is one of your favorites? Like one that kind of captures your personality, in your opinion?
Oh, I'm gonna be straight and say my starter base for this season, the wagon, the
agree.
caravan.
I love it.
That's a really cool wagon, though.
It is.
I am so proud of that build.
You should be.
I'm so happy with it, and I'm happy with it. It was like the perfect size for a starter build.
Mm-hmm.
And like having a limit, like boundaries to build in was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that I pulled it off the way that I wanted it to, I was so happy with it. And I do love the roof shape and everything. I think that's going to be my favorite one for sure. I'm always going to look on it and be like, that's a good build. Like, I feel like it won't like age poorly like my starter base in my single player series.
What?
I look back on my first episode of my single player series, and I'm like, that is the worst starter base ever. It's got cobblestone trim and just it looks like poop. There is no shape to the roof at all. It just looked like an alpha build. There was no depth. There was no anything. It's trash. And then I go ahead and I go and I call the first episode the best starter base ever. And I look back, I'm like, no.
You're keeping up with the trends, at least.
Yeah, I was like, it's not the best starter base ever, but okay.
I mean, there's like 17 greatest starts to hardcore worlds, and it's like, okay, one of you needs to pick one.
Right.
Right,
So-
yeah. We need to have a vote.
Everyone go find every single best first episode of a hardcore, whatever the title is, and go rank them for me. Go find the actual greatest start to hardcore.
Just like put in their comments, be like, just rank them 1 to
You
10
win.
and don't say anything else.
Just a 1, 7,
pretty
No, just-
6.
5 out of 10.
Put a number and
10
just say
stars.
Izzy from Kraftwerk sent me.
There you go. On every single first episode of somebody's hardcore.
Yep.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Then they go
Now
look
watch,
up my
next time we
channel.
see one.
Oh,
And next time we see one of those hardcore videos, we're gonna see that in the comment section now.
actual greatest.
Yes.
Izzy said so.
And why don't I just picture it just being Norm, just being the one
Of
doing the
course,
commenting?
it would be.
Okay, but Norm's start was
Right?
insane for
That
his
It was, yeah.
series
It
to
was.
just spawn in an ancient city. That is one of the craziest starts to a Minecraft Let's
I
Play for
agree.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everybody go check out Norm Plays and tell him that he has the greatest start to a hardcore world.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. An absolute
out of 10.
dime of a series.
Absolute dime. I haven't heard that before. Is that a good
Me
thing?
neither. I like that one.
10 cents. 10 out of 10. You're
Huh.
dime.
I like that one though.
Okay. We'll see if it catches on. We'll make that a thing.
Has it not? I'm surprised y'all haven't heard that before. That's crazy to me.
That
I
sounds
feel like that was a really popular thing.
I
well,
barely
the
keep
difference
up with
is,
my own
Melissa, you're kind of
generations.
old, so
Sorry. I need to respect my elders.
Oh my lord.
I love it.
Sorry.
My lord.
You're not Zinc. I know you can put up with it.
Now you're making me feel real old.
I really do think Melissa's like certified the older sister of Craftworks. So
For sure.
Somebody has to give you a hard time. Sorry, it has to be us, but we are the younger siblings.
Oh no, I'm going to give her a hard time. I actually just pranked her base earlier today.
Ooh, that's gonna be
I
fun
saw
to go
that.
home to. Oh, you found it.
I saw that. Oh my god. So funny. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting that. That was so funny.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep it or not.
Well, this is a teaser for everybody. If you don't see this before this podcast airs, keep an eye out.
Yeah. It'll be in my next episode for sure.
It's going to be in mine too. So
Melissa. Sorry, I should just start all the questions off by saying the person's name to keep me on track.
Yep, that's me. I am Melissa.
it's a Mia Manila.
It's a me, Melissa.
It's a Mia Marlowe.
I need to find the question fast.
We've devolved already.
That didn't take long. We're only 30 minutes in.
This is what happens when you get me and me and Melissa in a server
And a
together.
Melissa. And one singular Melissa.
Yes.
just imagine if there were more.
What other hobbies do you have that bring you joy, Melissa?
Okay, well, I am an avid lover of backyard homesteading. Okay, it's a sad story, but basically I have one chicken now.
Oh, what?
Listen, foxes are mean
Oh,
and they're
gosh.
smart and they
Especially
can
this time
jump.
of year.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're awful. Yeah, terrible. And I didn't know what sauerkraut was. So if you
Oh.
have chickens, make sure you know what sauerkraut is. It can save your chickens. So, but I love gardening. I love growing my own food and then actually making something with it. I think my favorite thing to grow, or that I have grown, is watermelons.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my gosh. It was amazing. I had no hope for them, really. I just planted them and I was like, I'm going to give it a go. And I ended up, at the end of the season, I had 4 absolutely amazing, juicy, sweet, not grainy at all watermelons.
I can't
You're making
I
my
was, like,
mouth water right now. This sounds good.
No, it's not sarcastic. They were
okay.
perfect. They were perfect. And I was like, I grew this. I heard watermelons are like supposed to be really hard to grow. Granted, I did end up having a few that split on me, but you know what? The split ones, they go straight to the chickens. They love it. So I ended up with 4 watermelons and I was like so proud of myself. But yeah, I've grown plenty of zucchini, plenty of cucumber, so many tomatoes. I have a recurring tomato plant in front of my dryer vent because of the airflow and the moist air. It comes back every year now, and it grows like crazy. So we just pick tomatoes off of it. We're like, I don't do anything to it. It just happens.
Have you tried
But
baby
yeah.
tomatoes?
Yes, I've grown beefsteak, I've grown Roma, and I've grown cherry.
We loved doing cherry tomatoes back in like middle school, high school for me, and those were our absolute favorite. Those are the best when you grow them yourself.
Oh yeah, you just pick them off the vine and eat them, dude. It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
good.
I can smell it now.
I love the smell of
I do
tomatoes.
too.
Oh my gosh, my husband thinks I'm crazy because I love the smell of tomato vines. And like I saw, what is it? Not sponsored, but the Myers brand,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Miss Myers or whatever, had a tomato vine scented cleaner.
No way.
And I was like, oh.
I didn't think
I
you
was
could
like,
reach
oh.
that.
I got out of my chair and ran over here.
cheating.
Cheating? You wouldn't even let me put my bed down earlier. How's
No,
that cheating?
because you don't need to. It's bottom half slabs and it floats. It's ugly.
She told you. She told you. Sit down. That's right. Sit down.
Don't hit our guest.
So rude. So rude.
So rude. So messed up.
So messed up.
That's messed.
You know, I don't grow anything. If I could grow something, it would be a honey bun.
That's not
Yeah.
a thing.
Unfortunately.
Honey buns have like cinnamon on it, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could grow a cinnamon tree.
See, okay, there we go. I'll do that.
You just scrape off the bark, make your own cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's the Winnemon. Cinnamon, it's the Winnemon. No, Apple Jacks commercial? No, okay, great. Love that for me.
Again,
was
she's showing
sheltered.
her age.
Love that for me. Somebody out there will get it. Somebody
Norm will
out
get
there.
you, I'm sure.
Norm's got
Norm will
it.
get me. Yeah.
What was your dream job growing up, and what is it now? And we're talking
bro.
no limitations. You can have whatever you want in this fantasy.
Oh my lord. Okay. So this started when I was born. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Nice.
In elementary school, we filled out a quiz on our likes, dislikes, personalities, and stuff like that. And it would pop up with the top 10 careers that would suit you best.
Oh, cool.
I want y'all to guess
Oh,
what
Don't put the spotlight on
ended.
us.
Yeah,
Don't do that to
no,
us.
guess what it was for me.
beekeeper, farmer, general housewife. I don't know.
Homemaker, there's a word
Okay,
for
I'm
that.
gonna show my again, and I swear you were gonna say General Hospital.
Oh,
Oh my lord,
She
Okay.
is the
No,
hospital.
She is. Yes, I am the hospital.
it's giving
No.
intensive care.
I am intense, and I do care.
Oh, there we go.
Lane, do you have
sorry.
any guesses?
I don't. I
No?
don't.
Okay.
Lane's not good at these games.
I'm not.
My top career in elementary school that was chosen by this random quiz was a puppeteer.
What?
I can actually see that, I
to
think.
that conclusion.
A puppeteer, and then the one below it said clown.
I don't know if I should be. I'm offended on your behalf.
And so I went through elementary school all the way through probably when I was like 12 or so, that I was going to be a clown. I was going to run away and join the circus, hence the circus theme of this season.
Wow, that's so cute that you embraced that, though.
I did. I was actually super flexible, and I had this whole plan that I was going to be a contortionist clown.
Oh,
I
those are
was one of
cool.
those. I was one of those that could like flip around and like sit on their own head type deal. Okay,
I could
like
do
I
that.
was super.
Not safely.
My mom has like pictures of me in all sorts of like insane, crazy positions that you see like contortionists in. But I never was enrolled in any sort of gymnastics like that. So I ended up losing all my flexibility, but retaining my, I guess, clown-like nature.
Good.
So eventually I grew out of that and realized, maybe that's not the best, course of action for me for my life.
Not the best career opportunity there.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of upward mobility in clownism.
No, and clowns don't get paid for crap. So so I I like fish.
Okay then.
Puddle. Yes.
Puddle
I
Shine
like
joins the
fish.
chat.
Puddle. Enter Puddle. I love fish. I love the ocean. I've always loved the ocean. And I started really liking the idea of marine biology. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like I had such a hyperfixation on it. And I would just read about fish, and just that was my free time. I would just read about fish. I'm like, oh, that's a fish I've never seen before. Where does that live? What does that do? Like, what's its special quality? Like, I wanted to be a deep sea dive researcher, marine biologist person. So that was my whole thing throughout high school. I went and I volunteered at an aquarium for almost 2 years. My CE project, so basically my senior year of high school, you have this huge project that you have to pass or you don't graduate. And so my project was rewriting the entire marine invertebrate handbook for the Seattle Aquarium.
Oh, wow.
That was my project.
That is impressive.
And I aced it. And so that was my plan. That was my goal in life. I even had connections in Bermuda to intern, dive with, and all this stuff. And that was my whole thing. I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to live somewhere tropical, and that's going to be my life. I'm going to dive like every day. I'm going to discover a new species of fish, and I'm going to name it, and it's going to be awesome. But I ended up getting, as I was studying in college for it, I ended up getting epilepsy, diagnosed with epilepsy. And so I started being put on medications for that. And the first medication they put me on messed me up big time. Suffered really, really, really bad depression. I was sleeping 16 hours a day. I couldn't focus on my studies, and I ended up flunking out of the marine biology program.
Oh, no.
And they were like, you can go into environmental sciences, but there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted to do with my life. So I ended up flunking out of college, and now I've been working in food and service industry for over a decade, which is very sad. But after that, I was like, you know what? My goal in life is to be a good mom. That's all I want in life. So
And
that's
you're doing
my
a good job.
that is my dream job, and I've gotten there. And so I am living my dream job right now.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
unfair. I have so many notes about the public education system after this podcast. We could be doing
It's pretty
so much better, America.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, I gotta say.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, that's my story. So I guess puppeteer, clown, marine biologist, and mom.
And
So, and mom.
Love it. We could make that happen. I could see some fan art of that.
What, marine biology?
No, all four of them all at once.
All four of them.
Melissa in a clown outfit underwater while
With her
holding
child. With
holding
Nug.
her child.
I love that. I love that. I want to see it.
Mermaid clown puppeteer. Got it.
Oh my lord.
All right, we want to see the fan art in the Craftworks Discord.
I need to see this now.
All
But I
right,
have to discover a new fish.
there you go. Yes, there also needs to be a new fish species named after her.
Yes. Yes, please.
Please, thank you. Well, if that wasn't
It's
random
gotta be
enough,
a black and yellow fish.
yes, it has to be black and yellow. There needs to be a bumblebee fish. All right, if that wasn't random enough, we need 3 random facts about you, Melissa.
Ooh. Okay. I've never broken a bone.
Me neither. Yeah.
Same.
Never broken a bone, even though I've had a couple close calls, but
Same.
never actually broken a bone. Well, here's another fact. I played football.
Oh wow.
Legit was like on a team. Granted, it was in middle school, but it was co-ed. I played football, still no broken bones. But if you watch the charity stream, I said that I ended up breaking somebody else's bone while I was playing football during a game. So
Oof.
I felt very bad about that. But so what is that, 2?
Hmm.
Huh.
Y'all can cut out this long pause,
I plan
right?
to. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are actually quite a few pauses that I cut out. My editing process is mostly just cutting out long pauses, and every time Lane says
There's a lot of I'm sure.
I get to learn everybody's speech mannerisms from this. It's fun. Cube doesn't have any, which is infuriating.
Oh man, I wish I could be quick. I used to
know.
be quick.
I
To
didn't
be
really.
fair, he did have planning time for this.
That's true. Yeah. Cube is very professional that way.
We are not.
We are not. You can tell because apparently I take 3-second pauses in the middle of sentences, and I never even noticed until I started editing these. It's so bad.
Yeah, same.
My issue is I get halfway through a sentence and then I get derailed and get onto another topic, and then I get derailed again from that topic and go onto a third topic, and then it just keeps going.
That's not a problem.
yeah.
That's a podcast. The pauses are the problem.
The thing is, I do
podcast.
that with every conversation ever.
I have a big nasty scar on my hip
Ooh.
because so here I am aging myself again.
All good.
I was riding down a hill on a ripstick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Is that legal? Ripsticks in general
was-
should not have been legal.
Yeah.
So I knew these trails pretty well, but I wasn't expecting to be there to be a 90-degree turn at the very bottom of the hill.
Ooh.
And I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be able to turn. I'm going way too fast. And so I bailed.
Oh gosh.
And my left half of my body landed on dirt, and then my right half of my body landed on the concrete trail
Oh,
and
gosh.
skid.
Mm.
So I had like rocks in my right hand and
Yep.
and a big gash in my hip that scarred and is bizarre looking, but it is there and it will forever be there, and I will always remember that day.
Oof.
Yikes. It's no wonder we went from ripsticks to longboards. And they were
Yeah,
never seen again.
Do we need one more fact? Because I got one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I have a birthmark on my left arm
Ooh.
that people mistake for bruising. It's called a port wine stain.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yep, I have it all basically from the middle of my forearm all the way up to the middle of my my bicep. It flares up more in the summer. It gets more like red, and then it kind of fades in the winter and it's less noticeable. But here's 3.5 facts about me.
I used to have
Weird things.
Oh, those are cool things. I have lots of weird fun facts about me. I used to have a birthmark too. Over my
Used to.
Yeah, I had one over my right eye. I'd have to look in a mirror. I don't actually remember. But my parents used medication to get rid of it just because it was so close to my eye. Like it was on my eyelid that it could have affected my vision. So they had to use medication on it, but I still have traces of it. So there's like a teeny tiny little upside down heart on the outer corner of my eye. And it looks kind of like a mole, but I'm pretty sure it's from a birthmark because it's not the same color as my other markings. So it's kind of cool. It's really only frustrating when I'm trying to blend out my eyeshadow, and that's the one part that looks unblended is because of my birthmark.
Right, yeah. I feel that. I feel that hard. it only gets worse when you get older and you start to get random creases that weren't there
Yeah.
before. So
Yeah. I'm training now to work with that kind of skin, so it's all good.
yeah,
We'll figure it out.
yeah,
Just a different kind of canvas. Nothing wrong with that.
truth.
Texture's fun. I kind of want to talk about scar stories now. I know that's like, I feel like every time I'm talking to a new person, somehow we always get on the topic of like, what's your worst injury you've ever had?
Well, I feel like with injuries and things that mark you forever, it's always the traumatic things
Yeah.
that stick in your head the most.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's also just like bragging rights too. It's like, look at this scar. I got this by doing this and I survived.
Look at this really cool scar.
Look at this.
Oh no.
The science behind scarring is also really interesting. I'm not going to talk about it here because this is not a medical podcast.
No, it's not.
I feel like every podcast I'm mentioning like what the podcast is not. And I feel like I should probably start addressing these subjects before I explode.
Scars are cool and very
They
interesting,
are.
though.
It's so interesting.
It's like the scar on my hip is like pink, and then I have a scar on my ankle. That one is white.
Yeah, the one on my shin is white.
Super interesting how depending upon the injury and how it heals, it actually is like a different color and whether or not it fades or not.
A skill
Well, he'll,
issue.
like-
All of mine have healed up. Look, I've had a few of those myself, so I get it.
Well,
Must be nice.
Well, now I need to explain. What determines if a wound scars or not is if it goes against the grain of the skin. Because if it goes against the grain of the skin, then the skin can't pull itself together as evenly. So it has to create new tissue to replace any of the tissue that can't mend itself. So
and that's why it's white?
yeah, that's why the color changes. It depends on what kind of scar tissue was used, or if it's actually scar tissue or actual skin. Like the one on my shin is actual scar tissue because it went against the grain of my skin. So it had
That
to make
makes
new skin.
so much sense.
It's so cool.
Makes
Fascinating.
sense.
All
Very.
right, let's talk about something fun or more
Yes.
nice than this. I'm sorry. I take this podcast
worries.
dark places, but I think they're interesting.
It is interesting.
It is.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Okay, what is your favorite Minecraft quirk? So examples given are like Jeb, so the rainbow sheep, Herobrine, any of like the little Easter eggs that Minecraft put in. Or just like a weird thing about Minecraft that you really like.
Well, you said Herobrine, and I do love the lore behind Herobrine.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that they just embraced it.
Yes, it wasn't like it was a completely like fan thing. Then Minecraft, in one of their change logs when it was at its peak, ended up saying in the update like list at the very bottom, it said removed Herobrine.
Mm-hmm.
So they completely fed into it, and I do love that. And I really like that Herobrine has made kind of a comeback in the past year or so with new horror Let's Plays and stuff like that. And I've binged so many of those. And the mod makers of those Herobrine mods are so good. So they did such a good job, and really I feel captured the essence and the lore of Herobrine. So I do really like Herobrine.
Yeah. I love it when creators just know their audiences that well.
Yeah.
If you could add or take anything away from Minecraft, Melissa, what would it be?
Oh, if you know me, you already know the answer to this question. Eggs. Let's
Oh,
eat 'em.
yeah.
Let's cook the
Let's
eggs.
eat them. Come on, dude.
There's no reason we shouldn't be able to.
We have electrical circuits. People make computers out of blocks in Minecraft, but we can't cook an egg?
Right?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we could make it even a fun thing. I've told people this. Like, just put a cauldron over a campfire with some water in it, throw the eggs in, and they come out edible.
Or even just stick it in the furnace. I'm sorry, but what is so hard about putting an egg in a furnace and it coming out with a fried egg? And then, you put the fried egg with a piece of bread, boom, you've got egg on toast.
Egg sandwich.
Wow.
We can.
Chat, if y'all haven't already been able to tell, Melissa is passionate about
I am
this
very
one.
passionate about this.
I'm with her 100%. I will protest this. We're gonna start a union.
It would be such a good early game food where you don't have to go around murdering animals.
Exactly.
And you don't have to wait 10 days for your wheat to grow. You know what I mean?
Utilization to chickens. Chickens do literally nothing but give you maybe feathers.
Yes, right. That's what I would add. And the day that they add it, I'm probably going to be 80 years old. But I will be jumping out of my wheelchair, okay?
Wow. Okay. Will you have sustained another hip injury by then? Is that what we're assuming?
More than likely.
All right, fair.
More than likely.
79 years old. Melissa's out on her ripstick again.
Can't walk.
Yeah, there you
can't
go.
walk. Minecraft adds fried eggs. Suddenly can walk again. It's a medical mystery.
Oh my gosh.
A Minecraft miracle.
Minecraft miracle. That's
Save
right.
Melissa. Add eggs to Minecraft.
Hashtag save Melissa.
Save Melissa. Oh my word.
Okay, viewers, we need that in the comments section. Hashtag save Melissa.
Add eggs.
Add eggs, please. No, I'm 100% behind that. I will sign the petition.
Okay, great. I'll start one. Maybe eventually.
All right. What's
I'll
something
send
you
it to
would?
Mojang.
Yeah. What's something you would take away from Minecraft if you could?
Ooh, probably the drowned.
Yes.
Probably the drowned.
We don't need tridents.
I feel like a underwater enemy could have been so much cooler than just a reskinned zombie that floats.
Yeah.
They really could have done something different that would have been much more, I guess, immersive.
Like Guardians?
Yeah, but the thing is that you only find guardians in the temple.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of have to go look for them. But what about,
Like imagine a piranha or something.
yeah, an aquatic animal that, can just pop out of the water at you. That's not a zombie, and I get the ruins too. It's like, okay, underwater ruins.
Somebody
Okay,
actually
good.
caught a fish.
Huh? Oh,
Was that you or was that Melissa?
Oh,
No, that
yeah,
was
I don't
not
know. I
me.
wasn't paying attention.
All right, probably was Melissa.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Well, we'll find out when I look
Somebody
back at the footage.
somebody did it.
It wasn't me this time.
Viewers, let us know.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say drowned and replace it with something more unique and fun.
What mob would you add to the game?
Okay. I actually thought about this a lot, and I would love to add more to the desert as far as hostile mobs.
Oh.
Because I was like, there's no anti-poison potion,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Like
So
anti-venom? I mean, I guess it's
yeah.
milk, but
yeah,
whatever.
but or a preventative from poison, especially now that we have the poison skeletons.
Oh, yeah, the bugs.
And I was like, that's kind of crap. I'm like, there's no
There's no way to protect yourself.
poison resistance or anything like that. And so I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, what would be really cool if they added rattlesnakes to the
gosh.
desert that would drop venom sacs that you could put in a brewing stand and create a potion of poison resist. I thought that would be really cool. And then I was like, oh, could you imagine a boss snake, a king cobra,
Ooh,
a
gosh.
giant snake? That's an idea that I've had, some sort of new structure in the desert that would act as kind of a temple, and you would have to maybe bring a rare drop from the regular rattlesnakes that you find in the desert and basically summon the king cobra, if you would, and it's just a big snake sort of thing. Those are just ideas that I've had, but I would love to see something like that in the desert.
We've come full circle from the beginning of this episode with the danger noodles now.
Oh yeah, snakes. This is the snake podcast. We could talk about snakes and scars. Snakes and scars.
Yes.
Apparently, yeah. I wonder what the next episode's gonna be like.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, should probably wrap this one up.
Oh
So,
boy.
Thank you, Melissa, for joining us, and she's going to be back in the next
Oh, yeah.
episode. I see you. I see that. Don't you dare. I'm hitting the chest hitbox. No, 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 no. No, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no.
no, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win. No!
Oh. Oh.
Ah,
Just get
Rude.
good.
you need to
Skill
stay in
issue.
your chair, sir. Don't bother me. I'll confiscate your fishing rod. All right. Well, thank
Lock
you all
'em
so
up.
much for watching. We will see you next week in episode 2.
Bye, guys.
Woo!